Level 1, White Belt, Survival Mode. Time to roll equals time to lose. Sound familiar? At White Belt, survival is the only mission. You'll tap a lot. Arms crushed, ribs bruised, legs tangled like pretzels. Panic kicks in fast. Every roll feels like drowning, but that's exactly where growth begins. Here's the truth, at White Belt, winning doesn't matter. Lasting 30 seconds without tapping? That's a win. Escaping mount even once? Huge win. Learning to breathe under pressure? The biggest win of all. This stage is about humility. Your mistakes teach you more than any victory could. Defense becomes your shield, patience becomes your weapon. The mat is brutal, but every mistake is a lesson carved into muscle memory. Over time, you realize that tapping isn't failure, it's progress. The faster you accept this, the faster you grow. White Belt isn't about domination. It's about building the mental toughness to keep showing up. Every bruise is a badge. Every roll is survival training. Level 2, Blue Belt, Escape Artist and Identity Crisis. Survived White Belt? Congrats, you've unlocked chaos. Welcome to Blue Belt. Here, your defense sharpens. You escape faster, survive longer, and know enough to feel confident. But progress slows down like quicksand. One day you're unstoppable. The next, you're questioning if you'll ever improve. This is where the identity crisis begins. Are you a survivor? A guard player? A submission hunter? At Blue Belt, you experiment with everything, but mastery feels far away. And let's be real, Blue Belt is infamous. Some people stay here for years. Some sandbag, some quit. But those who stick it out discover something powerful. Their game begins to take shape. You start spotting weaknesses in others. You try bold attacks. Sometimes they work, most times they don't. But that's the process. Blue Belt is the belt of doubt and discovery. Your cardio feels tested. Your confidence is unstable. But every escape, every failed submission, every long roll teaches you exactly who you are becoming on the mat. Level 3, Purple Belt, Creativity and Flow. Escapes mastered? Welcome to the fun zone. Purple Belt is where Jiu Jitsu turns into art. Suddenly, techniques connect like puzzle pieces. You chain submissions together, armbar to triangle to omoplata, smooth as water. Rolling stops feeling like panic, it feels like conversation. This is the belt where confidence grows. You've paid your dues, you've survived the storm. Now you create. Your game becomes personal, unique, creative. You even start teaching lower belts, sharing insights, explaining tiny details you didn't even realize you knew. Mistakes still happen, but you adapt instantly. Your timing sharpens. Your flow becomes instinct. Rolling at Purple Belt feels like playing jazz, improvised, expressive, unpredictable. Every move feels lighter. You begin to anticipate your opponent instead of reacting. Strategy turns into instinct. This is where Jiu Jitsu becomes fun again, where the art reveals itself in its purest form. Level 4, Brown Belt, Precision and Leadership. Purple Belt Flow? Mastered. Now it's about sharpening everything into a blade. At Brown Belt, the smallest details matter. Hand placement. Weight distribution. Timing down to the millisecond. Rolling feels less chaotic, more calculated. Mistakes? Rare, but expensive. This stage isn't just about your game anymore, it's about the room. Lower belts look up to you. You're seen as a leader, even if you don't feel ready. You mentor, guide, teach. And guess what? Teaching forces you to refine your own skills even more. Brown belts also feel pressure. You're almost black belt, and everyone knows it. Expectations are high. But this is where patience becomes your superpower. You think multiple moves ahead. You learn to win without strength, just pure timing and precision. Every roll feels like chess at this level. You start predicting your opponent's game before it even unfolds. Precision is your identity. Leadership becomes your responsibility. Level 5, Black Belt, Calm Mastery. The belt everyone dreams of, black. But here's the twist, it's not the end. It's the beginning of mastery. Rolling with a black belt feels strange. It's not violent, not exhausting. It's smooth, calm, controlled. They're 3 steps ahead, yet make you feel like you're moving freely. At Black Belt, you don't just roll, you teach, mentor, inspire. Your presence on the mat changes the room. People watch how you tie your belt, how you breathe, how you move. You are an example whether you want to be or not. And mastery doesn't mean you stop learning. Black belts keep evolving, keep refining. Humility grows deeper. You realize the true art is in the simplicity. At this stage, you discover a truth: mastery is not about dominating others, it's about controlling yourself. Calmness, patience, and wisdom are your real weapons. Level 6, Coral Belt, the Legacy Builders. The Coral Belt, red/black 7th degree, red/white 8th degree. This stage is beyond competition, it's about building legacy. Here, decades of training transform into wisdom. You're not chasing medals, you're shaping generations. Every class, every seminar, every story leaves a mark on the culture of Jiu Jitsu. Rolling at this stage is different. It's not about domination. It's about guidance. Your techniques carry history. Your advice shapes futures. Students become teachers, and your influence multiplies. The Coral Belt stage is about giving back, passing down knowledge, protecting the art, making sure the next generation carries it forward with respect and passion. This is where you realize the greatest victories aren't on the mats, they live in your students, in the culture you've built, and in the knowledge that will outlast you. Level 7, Red Belt, Immortality Stage. The rarest of the rare, the Red Belt, 9th and 10th degree. Few ever reach it. This is the Immortality Stage. At Red Belt, Jiu Jitsu is no longer about personal progress, it's about preserving the art itself. These are the masters who've dedicated lifetimes. Their influence shapes entire generations. When a red belt speaks, the room goes silent. Every lesson carries history. Every movement is tradition kept alive. They don't just practice the art, they are the art. Red belts aren't chasing victory, they're chasing legacy. Their gift is ensuring Jiu Jitsu will outlive them, stronger than ever. This level is about becoming part of the history of the art. Your name is written into its story. You no longer represent yourself, you represent the essence of Jiu Jitsu itself. Your journey. From white belt panic, to black belt calm, to red belt immortality. 7 levels. 7 lessons. 7 evolutions. Every bruise, every tap, every roll shapes who you are. Don't rush the journey. Every level matters. Remember, step by step, tap by tap, this is the real Jiu Jitsu journey.